So hello, my name is Saskia and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, I am about to go into my second year of psychology at the University of Southampton. Basically kind of a survival guide to the university, the kind of different facilities that we have, the different locations, general kind of things. So I thought I would start with the kind of campuses. So we have 4 campuses. We have Winchester School of Art, which I'm not going to talk about because it's in Winchester. I'm not in Winchester. We then have Highfield campus. Highfield is the main campus. It's where most things are. I'd say it's definitely the campus. It has the Unilink bus service, it has the student union, it has everything. And basically your subject will be on Highfield campus if it is a science or if it is a music. I think it's science, music, law, business, healthcare, that kind of thing. Highfield is the main campus. It's kind of the central campus and it is the best campus. We then have Avenue campus, which is humanities. Avenue is a beautiful campus. I go there for netball. It's very, very pretty, much prettier than Highfield, but much smaller. It's not got that many buildings. It's just university buildings, as in it's just lectures. There's not really like a student union. There's nothing there. It's about a 10-15 minute walk away from Highfield campus, and it's not far from halls, it's not far. All of these campuses are basically closest to Glen. Glen Eyre is the closest halls to all campuses, but just because it's closest doesn't mean you want to be there. I will put a video up in the cards talking about all the accommodation, because I don't want to kind of make this video too long, but I did make a video about all of the accommodation types, my preferences, my recommendations, that kind of thing. So yeah, Avenue is humanities, it's just humanity buildings, there's no anything else really. And then we have Boldrewood, which I think Boldrewood is modern. It's not far away. It's again a 15-minute walk away from Highfield, 10-minute walk away from Avenue, that kind of thing. They're all really close to the common. I think it's like ship science, engineering, plane stuff, aeronautical stuff, that kind of thing. I don't know anyone that's on Boldrewood. Most people I know are on Highfield campus doing science, or on Avenue doing like geography, that kind of thing. Yeah, so there's 3 main campuses. Highfield is the campus. Like if you want the GP, that's on Highfield. If you want to get the Unilink buses, their station is at Highfield. The student union is at Highfield. Highfield is the campus essentially. So what kind of links nicely on from that is transport. So Highfield campus has the Unilink bus service, and the Unilink bus services go all around Southampton. They go to the hospital, they go to Eastleigh, they go to Wide Lane Sports area, they go to the city. There's a U6, a U1, a U2. Those are kind of the main buses you'll get. And if you stay in Southampton accommodation, like run by the university, you do get a free bus pass for first year, which is very useful if you're in any of the halls, because you know, you can go do your food shopping on the bus, which is just nicer. You can go and explore down to the city on the bus, which is nicer. If you do sports, your sports will either be at Jubilee Sports Hall or Wide Lane, which you want to get the bus to probably, especially Wide Lane. You're not walking to Wide Lane unless you're maybe in Wessex. You might walk, but like you wouldn't want to walk. So the bus pass is really good. Your free bus pass basically counts for Unilink and Blue Star services, which will get you anywhere you need to go. Like if you're doing healthcare and you need to get to a hospital, the U6 will probably take you there. If you want to go to Manchester City, any of them will take you there. If you just want to go on and explore, any of those buses will take you places. They're all quite good. They run every 15 minutes. They're, you know, reliable as buses can get. The timetables are often incorrect. They do have an app, but the app's a bit confusing. But yeah, the buses are quite good. Do recommend. And then there's the Airport Parkway train station and the Southampton Central train station. I know a lot of people can get home, as in home from the Airport Parkway station, which if you're in Wessex is literally 5 minutes away, like really, really close. And then I can't get home from the airport one, so I have to go to Central. Central is 20-30 minutes away on the bus. Like you're not walking to Central, you are getting the bus. Which is why it's nice to have the bus pass, because it means when you go home, you don't have to spend, is it £3? It's £2.20 for a single, £3.80 for a day? I don't know, I still have my free bus pass, so I don't really know how that works. So yeah, then halls of residence, there are lots of different halls. There's Highfield, there's Connaught, there's Wessex, there's Glen, Archers, City Gateway. There's a lot of different halls. Video will be in the cards if you want to know specifics. I recommend Wessex. Wessex was my favourite, cheaper than Glen as well, and the bus pass can get you to campus, so yeah. And then I thought I'd talk about second and third year housing. So most people, if you're in the University of Southampton, your second year house would probably be in Portswood. Portswood is like the high street, I guess. It's like the town bit, like we've got the Sainsbury's, Superdrug, Boots, that kind of thing, but we don't have like the bigger shops which are down in the city. Most people live in Portswood. Some people will live in Highfield, but Portswood's better. Portswood's supremacy. Some people will live in the Polygon, which is in the city, if they just prefer being in the city. I don't, because I don't want to come all the way. I don't want to live in the city. Like, it's quite a trek if you end up being in campus. If we don't have in-campus stuff, yeah, the Polygon's probably quite a nice place to live, but it is more expensive because it is the city. House prices are, they're not awful. As in, I think my current place only works out at being like £200 more than my accommodation for first year did. So it's not much more considering we get like a kitchen, bathroom. Like it's a nicer place for the money. You can get some really nice like shared houses. There are some quite good companies. Bills aren't too expensive. Wi-Fi is relatively okay. Like, it's quite easy to find second and third year housing as well. If you go on Zoopla or Rightmove, there's plenty of them there. So then I thought I'd talk about the facilities kind of on the campus. So we do have a gym. We have the Jubilee Sports Hall gym, which, little bone to pick here, membership last year was like £12.99 a month for students. As soon as it hit September, £19.99. Which I know is probably like normal gym price, but this is the first gym I've ever been to and I don't like it. I think it's still cheaper than other gyms. Like, we do have a couple of pure gyms, but you have to get the bus to get to them, which is why, again, free bus pass is quite nice. But I do recommend the Jubilee Sports Hall gym. It's good enough. It's not massive, but it's got like a nice upstairs kind of functional area. It's got a swimming pool, it's got a sports hall. It does the job for the price. It's nothing spectacular. Like, if you want like really, really fancy machines, pure gym will probably have nicer machines, but like, it does do the job, it's cheap, and it's just really convenient location. Like, you can go straight from a lecture to the gym, you can go from the library to the gym. It's a nice place to be. Then we have the Hartley Library. I really like the Hartley Library. I think it's like 5 stories. You have different levels of kind of when you can eat. Like, you can eat on like level 1 and 2, but like not as you go up. Like, as you work your way up, it becomes more strict in terms of basically first of all, shut up in the library probably, but like, you can talk on like the lower levels, you can eat on the lower levels, but like, just don't talk in the library, please. It's really quite nice. You can get a laptop out from the library for a week, you can get a charger out from the library. Like, getting books in and out is really easy. The whole process of just using the library is really simple. You just use your student ID card. Like, it's not difficult at all. Oh, then we have the Centenary building. The Centenary building only got made, like, I think it only opened last year or the year before, but it's basically just quite a modern building which has it's got a lecture theatre in it, and it's also kind of similar to the library, but it's not the library. As in, it's a slightly more modern study space. You've got desks, you've got chairs. I think you don't have laptops. You also didn't have to book into the Centenary, but you do have to book into the library. But I think that's all ending because of COVID now, so it doesn't really make any difference. So then, different kind of like locations around, things to do. Like, you have the, so you've got Highfield. Like, the campus is a nice place to walk around. It's actually got really nice gardens. They're only open from like 9 till 5 or something like that, but they are really quite nice to just sit in. They are behind the Student Union building. I think they're really nice, do highly recommend. The campus also has loads of nice greenery. It's got nice places to sit down. Then we have Portswood, which is the kind of mini city. It's the town. It's got Sainsbury's, it's got Waitrose, Aldi. It's got like your Boots, your Superdrug, Poundland, general things. And then basically, if you just head straight down, you get to the city centre, which has like your Primark, you've got West Quay, the shopping centre, which has every single shop you could want. Like, there's not a single shop that I would potentially go to that isn't in West Quay. And then down by West Quay, you also have the docks. You have Ocean Village, which is like a nice kind of, it's like a yacht port. That's quite nice. It kind of smells of the sea, if people like the sea. It's not the sea, it's technically all a river, which I learned like only like a month ago. We don't actually have any sea in Southampton, we just have a massive river. You can also get the ferry down to the Isle of Wight. That's something quite a few people do. There's nice places to go out. There's nice like restaurants. Obviously there's Wetherspoons. I'm not going somewhere without Wetherspoons. There's quite a few clubs. Oh god, I don't know clubs. There's Jester's, Shooting Star, Sobar, Switch. I don't know, Jester's is apparently really bad, but you also like have to go to Jester's. There's loads of nice like cocktail places, dessert places, Sprinkles, Scoops. If you want some dessert, Portswood, Sprinkles and Scoops, highly recommend. You will feel a bit full and a bit icky, but so beautiful, totally worth going, like absolutely treat yourself. So I just remembered we have societies and sports and that kind of thing. Southampton has a lot of like sports teams. We probably have every sports team you want. I don't know if they're any good, but we do have them. They've also just introduced a sports scholarship actually, for if you've played for your team at like a county level, they can give you like up to 10 grand as a sports scholarship. So that's really fun. So they have the Athletic Union, which is like the real sports stuff, like the proper teams that go and compete against other universities. And then we have the IM, which is intramural, which is basically like funsies sports. There's pretty much every sport that you could want. There are some things that are kind of lacking, but you can probably make up your own sports society if you wanted something. Like things that, like, there's a lot of netball societies. If you're a netballer, there's a netball society for like every halls of residence, and your subject will also probably have a netball society. Like there's a lot of netball. Then general societies, every subject tends to have a society. I think we have 282 societies. We have like food societies, like vegan society, cocktail society, baking society, film societies. We have like radio societies. There's also loads of like cultural specific societies. So Southampton has a really big international population. So if you are an international student, like there's probably a society for your culture, or kind of to meet people who are also international students. There's basically a lot of societies, and you don't really have to like do much in them. Like honestly, just try out societies. You don't have to like get forced into them and like permanently be bound to a society. Like you just kind of vibe with them. A lot of them, like even especially like sports societies, I'd say are probably the best, because they do go out a lot and you can just go out with them. Like you don't have to go to the sports events and like the sports games to go to the club nights. You can just go to the club nights. Like a lot of people will join a sports society purely because they'll do better socials than a lot of other societies. Like even if you're not sporty, might be worth joining a sports society. Really easy way to meet people as well, especially if you're a fresher. Like your halls of residence sometimes do societies, like we did netball society. It was nice to meet people in my halls that weren't in my course, because it's really hard to meet people that aren't just in your course. Like my friends are all psychology, and it's really hard to make friends that aren't in your course. So somehow I don't actually think I have anything else to say, which if you know me is really quite suspicious, because my videos are normally like 20 minutes plus, and I've only actually been filming for like 15 minutes. I'm sure I'm going to make it longer than 15 minutes because I'll just find a way. But yeah, that is kind of my very quick overview of the University of Southampton, the city, the stuff, the whole vibe. If you do have any questions, do DM me. I actually really appreciate getting DMs from people. Makes me feel really validated, especially if someone's like, oh, I saw your YouTube video and I have a question. I'm like, oh my god, yes, please. And I will help. As in, like, I won't just be like, oh, I don't know the answer. I'm on it. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video and you know you want more University of Southampton content, you know, subscribe. I do have a playlist of all of my University of Southampton like specific content, and I will also do more uni vlogs once uni starts up again. I want to do a freshers vlog because I haven't had freshers yet, and I want to go to a freshers fair. I want to vlog the freshers fair because I want to go to it, but the freshers fair's in like a month and a bit. Will I have the confidence in a month and a bit to vlog in public? No. So now I'm getting really nervous. I don't know why. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.